Alright, everybody, we are here with the SPL Week 8 picks, guys. This is down to the nitty-gritty. There's only 3 weeks left, which means that most teams have like around 6, 8 or so games left total, or matches total, which means 3 to 4, you know, individual games. Or 3 to 4 games, which is double the matches. You know what I'm talking about. You're watching the SPL this year. That's why you're watching this video. So we're going to talk about Week 8. Who's going to win? We're looking at, in the top, we've got 5 teams viable right now, possibly for DreamHack, that are all attempting to go in NA. Soar, Eager, Enemy, LG, and Denial are all fighting for their spot at DreamHack in NA, while Envy, Randozos, and ALG are fighting to not be the bottom 2 so you don't have to go to relegations. Over in Europe, we have Panthera being the only team qualified guaranteed right now to go to DreamHack, and I think they're actually guaranteed first seed at this point. I mean, let's be real, they are guaranteed first seed, but mathematically, of course. And then we have a huge divide in Europe. We have Paradigm still looking to go to DreamHack, Dig looking to get in, Cringe Crew looking to get in, Hungry for More even playing great recently, looking to prove themselves. So we have a lot of action going on, so let's get into it. Starting off the week, we're just going to get into some games. We've got Soar versus Denial. Denial has been on point, like they've been really good. But so has Soar. They have both been playing incredible. Soar currently number 1 seeded in NA right now. They overtook Enemy. Soar has kind of really caught on to the meta. Enemy, who had kind of caught on really early, is slowly dropping off a little bit, but not like a ton. I just mean like a little bit. Denial really fighting their footing with Mast on the team in the jungle, really kind of leading the team from that jungle role. Of course, Shadow Q, does well the shot calls and stuff, but in terms of like making stuff happen, Mast is doing a great job there. Honestly, I'm going to give this the way of split. I think this is going to be an incredible set. These are 2 super strong teams. Denial has great objective control. Soar, probably arguably one of their weaker spots is their objective control. Their individual play is off the charts. So if Denial can take abuse of maybe getting an early Gold Furies, getting an early advantage there, I can totally see them taking a game, and I have that going the way of split. A very important game for seeding. Very important. Also very important for seeding Luminosity and Eager, who could very well, this set right here, could very well determine the 3rd place slot for North America. The team going to DreamHack, they'll have to play against Panthera in the first round, and it's like, I don't know how far they're going to get, but they'll get to go. All expense paid trip to DreamHack where you get a couple grand more, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody complaining about DreamHack. But this is going to be an incredible set, not only player-wise, but also just everything-wise. I mean, like, set-wise. So this is going to be Luminosity. Can they find their spot? Andy had talked about they're not going to lose any more games this set. And then, really, they got pounded by Denial. They won the first game they shouldn't have. Denial made one poor call. It led to them losing. They really shouldn't have won the first game. The second game basically went exactly like the first game, except for they didn't make a bad call. So, a little bit interesting to see that. Eager has been playing really strong. Really strong. Zapman loving this meta. It's really an ADC carry meta. Obviously, Zapman loves being the ADC and carrying. There's really a lot of potential there for them to do so. So this is going to be a crazy set. Barra, I think, went 0-0-0 in their set against Denial in the second game. Very passive. Zap is not going to let him play that passive. This is going to be an incredible set, but I think Eager is going to take it 2-0. I think Eager is going to take that set 2-0. Finally, we have another incredibly important game, but not for the reasons that you think. This is not making DreamHack as much as this is trying to get out of relegations. Both of these teams have the exact same number of games played. 2 in favor of Envy right now. A 2-0 sweep by Allegiance would even it up at 7-15 for both teams, but giving Allegiance the 3-1 lead. Tiebreaker, if it were to go to a win-loss ratio tie at the end of the split, Allegiance would be one up on them, assuming they won both. This will be a very interesting match. Envy, once again, seeing roster lineup changes. Moving Kiki to the mid lane, Cyclone jungle, Omega solo, Ionic support, Snoopy ADC. Bringing in another all-star player in Snoopy, benching MLC, and then shifting around. This should be a great set, but I think with the way people have been playing, with the words around town, which have been kind of going down, I think maybe Allegiance has something up their sleeve, and I'm going to give it to Team Allegiance 2-0 over Envy. Onward to Europe on Friday. Cringe Crew vs Hungry for More. Super important game because both of these teams are viable to go to DreamHack. So they need these wins. Cringe Crew showing the only loss. They're the only team to beat Panthera, which means that they can play at an incredible level. It probably also means that Panthera probably was not paying super attention to them at the time. That was a while ago, and they've kind of kicked it back up since then. Hungry for More had a really bad start, and then they've just been swiping, dude. They've just been like swiper, no swiping the elo from all the teams. Really, really strong play coming out of them. I think both these teams are great, but the recent surge of Hungry for More has been absolutely incredible, and I think they're going to keep the momentum going, and I actually see them making DreamHack at this point. I had originally said it was going to be Panthera, Paradigm, and Dignitas, but I think Hungry for More is looking hungry to get themselves over into DreamHack. Dig and Torpedo, this should be an easy free 2 wins for Dignitas, which makes even these games more important, right? These games are now, look at 10 wins, 10 wins. All these teams are vying for this spot, so very important. Paradigm, 11 wins, and they're up against Panthera. They're up against Panthera. And you know how the Panthera rule works. We close our eyes. We open them just a little bit so we can only see the name Panthera. We don't know who they're playing against. And we click Panthera 2-0. Okay? That means that Paradigm right now, Paradigm is going like this, and they are praying right now to Baba Yetu that this game goes split and that this game goes split. That's what they want right now. That's their best case scenario. Have both those teams end up at 11 wins because they're at 11 wins. Now, they only have 18 games played. Dig has 20 games played. Cringe only has 18. Hungry for More has 20 games played. So you have to factor that in. Total number of games played for what they have to work with. But the Panthera game, you know, what are you going to do? Moving on to Saturday, we've got Fnatic and the Leftovers. This game, more important in terms of you getting TP than them really going anywhere. Looking to be some of the bottom 2 seeded teams here. Fnatic has been trying and Leftovers have been trying, but just not finding it. Benefit of the doubt I'm giving to Leftovers. They have a lot less games played than Fnatic does, but I'm going to give this the way of split because honestly I think it's a toss-up. Dig and Hungry for More, another incredibly important game. That Paradigm is going, please split. Please split. Baba Yetu, make them split, please. That's what they're doing right now. Hungry for More and Dignitas. Like I said, I thought Dig was going to be top 3, but I think Hungry for More is on the rise. But this is one of those games that I talk about sometimes, guys. I can't, obviously, in the future, change my picks for this video, as this video, if you're watching it on YouTube, is already here on YouTube. But if it's, what day is it? Saturday? If you've seen on Friday Dig play, right? And if Dig lost to, like, Torpedo Gaming, then, like, be like, yo, Hungry for More all the way. Or if Hungry for More got their ass kicked by Cringe Crew, maybe you're going to bring it over to Dig, right? Make sure you're utilizing the information that you've been given earlier in the week to change your picks around depending on how people do. Momentum's a big deal. But I'm giving this 2-0 the way of Hungry for More. I really think that they're going to be making the land. Enemy versus Randozos. This is not really an important game for Randozos, but it's actually an important game for Enemy. They need a solid 2-0 sweep here to help maintain spots in seedings and make sure that they are securing their spot going to the LAN 14-6 is a great score, but it's not 100% getting them in. We have a lot of we have a 12 and an 11 in Eager and LG, so they've got to be careful. But that should be 2-0 the way of enemy. Eager and sore, this game matters. It seriously matters like a lot. Once again, games that matter. This week is going to be the most important week of SPL that we have had this season. Forget the other 7 weeks. If you haven't tuned in yet, tune into this week of SPL, because this is what you're going to see your favorite players, your favorite teams, whether they make it or break it. Okay? Earlier in the week, both of these teams will be playing. Pay attention to those games for this vote so you know who to be looking for. I think this is a complete wash, and it'll be going the way of Split. ALG versus Randozzo's. I think Randozzo's is going to lose 2-0 to Enemy. They're going to have a hard time with that. I also think Allegiance is going to win 2-0 over Envy earlier in the week. And I will be giving this 2-0 for Allegiance over Randozzo's. I think they're going to 4-0 sweep this week, bringing them up to 9-15. And I don't think Randozzo's are going to find themselves a win this week, bringing themselves to 2-20. Randozzo's definitely improving over this season as they've gotten themselves the roster that they're sticking with, as they've gotten themselves a little bit more play time. We've definitely seen them go from a team that nobody even cared kind of to go against. They were just like, oh, there's our free wins. And now people are studying, they're doing their research, and they're making sure that they're coming in strong against the Randozzo's, because the Randozzo's can take games off people. And finally, on Monday, we have Paradigm versus the Leftovers. Paradigm needs this win 2-0. They should get it 2-0. Considering they're going to lose 0-2 earlier in the week versus Panthera, this will bring them up to 13-9. Depending on how the other games go, this could definitely be a week where Paradigm gets kicked out of the top 2 spot that they've been kind of sitting in, because of the games that say Dignitas is playing this week. If they won like all 4 games, then they would be a solid number 2. Hungry for More, I believe, has an opportunity to take it this week. So every team needs to be bringing their A game this week, and they need to be praying to Baba Yetu. Pray to whatever you need to pray in, because right now you got to get luck on your side. You want that lucky 5% Mercury crit. Boof, get that crit to get the Gold Fury steal. Get your crits online. Get your whatever online. Get your stupid, lame invade strats online, because this is the week to make it and break it. If you enjoy the content, let me know, guys. Let me know down in the comments if you agree or disagree and what you thought about my picks last week. And, of course, thank you, guys, to all of you who subscribe to the channel.